What's up guys, and welcome back to another video for NostalgiaCraft. This is going to be a relatively old game. This is back at 1.23 days. I think this particular game was played around April of 2009. So this is way before I even started casting Warcraft. I think a part of this series got casted by iTrainHum. I think he casted game 1 of this. I don't know, this might be a best of 3. I don't exactly know the particular details, but yeah, this is from the NGL-One season, the solo season 1, but I think it's NGL season 6. At least it uses the map pack of season 6, so yeah, a little confusing. I think NGL used to be a team sort of tournament where each player represented their team and then, you know, stock up the points and all that stuff. This one is just a standard 1v1 tournament, and we have a Night Elf versus human matchup. We have Infi spawning in as the teal human player in the top left, and we have Tho or TH spawning in as the purple Night Elf player in the top right. As usual, Tho going for the off race against a human mirror. Pretty non-standard. I think this series has been non-standard, but a lot of action-packed stuff happens. So yeah, this is the series that I chose. I had to go back to WC replays to get this particular one, because the one that I use and what most NetEase users use only goes as far as 2011, which is not ideal if you're trying to do a NostalgiaCraft kind of thing. So yeah, there's that. Those TH representing Mouse Esports. He is going for the standard mercenary creep camp here. Forward Moonwell. So normally people like to do this if they like to go for a Dark Ranger start, and TH might actually be going for that considering the Wisp is right here. So Dark Ranger start has been spotted by Infi, who is just going to be doing the really safe Green Creep Cat start, and maybe he will go into the Mercenary Camp later on. Dark Ranger first I have not seen in quite some time, and it's not really relevant to this day because, or at least this replay doesn't really make it relevant because it's a relatively old replay. It doesn't represent today's games. I don't know last time I've seen a Dark Ranger, honestly, and I have shown my rather disdain with the particular hero. Yeah, I don't know. She hasn't been doing so well on my channel in particular. I think she's like 1 win and like countless of losses. So right now Tho's doing what Dark Rangers should be doing, and that's massing up a huge skeleton army with that with those black arrows, and he will probably just send those guys over to Infi's base and be very harassive. But of course they can also be used as meat shields for the creep camps. I don't know if he's gonna do that. He is gonna send those skeletons over to the expansion side just to put some pressure down on that particular front, as Infi is gonna place down his town hall. So Dark Ranger, level 2.5, does have dependent energy. Yeah, I just actually noticed the board on top right here. I think my overlay's blocking slightly a bit of it, but I don't think that particular part matters. So yeah, it's actually probably more useful than the NetEase one, honestly, because it shows a lot more things than a particular category. So yeah, it's actually pretty nice, actually. I don't exactly know what this particular icon is. It might be upgrades? No, it just went to 3. Oh, okay. I think it might be units killed, actually. So, oh, that's interesting. It's either units killed or military units killed. I am pretty sure StarCraft had sort of like that, like workers versus military. So, okay, that is that. But yeah, both sides are pretty even in supply, honestly. Yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary there. We do have Tier 2 on the way. Expansion is now done. Tier 2 should start relatively soon as Infi gets that much needed lumber, and TH getting himself that level 2 Dark Ranger. If you haven't realized, I'm starting to try and call TH now instead of Foe, as I usually did in the past years. I just noticed like every other caster is calling him TH, so, and of course a particular commenter has noted that, so I am going to try and make that change. Either way, yeah, unfortunately the skeletons were not able to do too much. Arcane Towers kind of hamper the Dark Ranger a lot, in fact. So what TH is trying to do most likely is get as many levels on the Dark Ranger as possible. Maybe try to get to that level 6, and I don't know, maybe Charm might be the deciding factor in the late game. Maybe charming those knights might be a turning point there, but I honestly don't know if it's gonna go that far. I mean, in the end you can always just charm a level 3 elemental and just turn that to your side, but yeah, always want to hit something a little more permanent there. So TH able to pick up a couple of footmen, nice easy footmen here. Of course, defend doesn't do too greatly against the Dark Ranger herself, and she is level 3, so she does have the level 2 black arrows. The normal Dark minions should be able to hold their own against footmen. I believe level 2 is when they're pretty even, honestly. The only downside is their health, but
forces are under attack.
They should be able to hold themselves. Otherwise, yeah, the level 5 ones is probably the better alternative. Tier 2 is now done. Hunter's Hole is also done, so it is going to be a double Ancient of Lore comp here. Tier 2 is halfway there for Infi, and his Archmage is getting there in terms of level 4. Huntresses are sighted, but not exactly being queued up here. The double Ancient Walls have been placed down, so we should be seeing that relatively soon, and the Panda comes out as the supportive hero for the Dark Ranger. This guy will basically, oh, ton of experience actually, gets dropped here, so that is about 150 experience straight away for the Panda. This is 1.23, so this was before the slight nerfs to the Tome of Experience, so that it does give 150 instead of, I think, 100. I think that was the change, but either way, giving that quick level 2 to the Panda. Panda is basically there to kind of demolish every single rifleman and spellcaster that he will see. Spellbreakers will be a little annoying, but that is where the double Ancient of Laws, the Drills of Claws, should come in and deal with them. Archmage was in a slight pickle there, was able to TP staff back to safety. He is running around with half health, however, so needs to be a little careful there not to get surrounded, not to get slowed by any future drunken hazes. Here we go with a couple of skeletons here, right at the edge of their end of their existence. Just gonna feel some pressure, I guess. Okay, yeah. I thought that low hit point was actually the tower, but that was just the skeleton. Towers are just safe. TP Scroll is going to be burnt here to defend against this attack from TH, who does have double healers and a Berserker, even has a Mud Golem for the slows, and the added pressure will force Infi's hand and burn that TP Scroll. Double Sanctums, Workshop as well, so it is going to be the mortar teams alongside those spellcasters there rather than any riflemen, I think. Barracks is not making anything, so it is going to be mortar teams and you know, the typical casters there. I don't know who caught who, but Infi did choose this fight. He is going to take a lot of damage as an Archmage as a result of it. He does have the TP, he does have the Scroll of Healing, just in case, but the Archmage is very low. One more Drunken Fire combo could finish the job, but the Panda is out of mana. Mountain King is out and about. Not really doing too much here. I don't think I heard any Stormbolts being tossed, but there we go with his first Stormbolt, able to pick up that Huntress. But now that that was old, the Mountain King and the Archmage is going to be forced to run away. The Panda, level 2.5 there. Actually, Dark Ranger and the Panda is at halfway. Mountain King is about, yeah, 66% there to to level 2. And all in all, actually, now that I look at this, I wonder if summon units actually count towards that kill count. Because, yeah, that really shouldn't be the number if Infi is the one doing the running away, honestly. But we'll have to see. I'll have to keep my eye on that one. So tier 3 has been gained for TH, and he is starting to produce those bears. No sort of upgrades whatsoever just yet. And I don't know what upgrades. Okay, so added training is done, Masters training is on the way. Alrighty. Water teams starting to pop out here, and those sorceresses as well. Slow, able to cripple those bears pretty badly, honestly, but with so many dryads out for TH, he can and will be able to abolish those debuffs. TH running at the tavern there, not gonna pick up a third hero. Third hero would probably just slow down the Panda's leveling, honestly, so just a tactical decision. Of course, the Panda getting blocked by his own Dark Ranger. Okay, he wasn't getting blocked. I thought that was weird, but oh, Archmage has spotted the rest of the Night Elf army there, and we will fight indeed. So 57 versus 71, Infi is in the lead, and of course he does have the home advantage. Not looking good for TH, honestly. Those Dryads are getting absolutely demolished by those mortal teams, and Spellbreakers, once they get those, once they get the spell stealing ability, they will be able to control those dark minions themselves. So yeah, basically TH is on a timer. I believe that particular upgrade requires castle ticks, so it will take some time, but once they do, Dark Ranger needs to be very selective on her dark arrows, honestly, because that would just add to the numbers for Infi. Another Drunken Fire combo, they're able to do a lot of damage to those peasants, but of course they are just peasants. He needs to be extremely careful not to overextend too greatly, and he is going to lose pretty much half of his dryads so far. He is chasing those casters and mortar teams with his Panda, but those Spellbreakers are still alive and kicking. That is going to force a TP scroll from TH, and he will be forced to retreat as well. Greater Darker minions here, so yep, Dark Ranger is at level 5. I don't know how well she's going to contribute in the late game. I haven't seen a second ability just yet. But it is most likely Silence. Silence is definitely a great ability in crippling the Mountain King. And of course, Priests. Priests are pretty vital to hit with those silences as well. Not a good fight, not an easy defense here for TH, because he is kind of pressured heavily by those mortar teams. But we shall see. We have a couple of good number of bears actually to fend off against these Spellbreakers, while the others try to go straight after those the backline there. Silence is going to be cast. I didn't hear the silence sound, honestly, but oh well. Panda did reach level 4. He does have the Great Healing Potion if he needs it. Sorceresses are being picked off. Only the mortar teams, surprisingly enough, are being microed away, and they are still alive nicely. Are going to target the backline over there, but the Panda with a Drunken Fire hitting about 2 of those mortar teams to half health. And Scroll of Healing will be used by Infi, and it's gonna be Infi, surprisingly enough, being pushed away despite having those mortar teams. Yeah, the bears and the Panda is just a little too much of a front line for those Spellbreakers to keep in check. Seems like damage is racking up for TH, however, and he is going to be forced to run away. Thankfully, he only loses a single bear. And this should still be a stalemate, I guess? I guess not. Panda is kind of in trouble. No moonwells are available for him. He is going to be using that anti-magic potion, and that will negate the Mountain King's effectiveness quite a bit. Drunken Fire onto one of those mortar teams there, and he should die from the burn, but it seems like Priest is going to keep him alive there. Okay, anti-mag shield potion is now down for the Panda. He is going to wait a little bit in the rear. And yeah, it seems like, uh-oh. Okay, here we go with the Charm. Charm is going to hit the Spellbreaker, in fact. But now that the Dark Ranger's out of mana, it's going to take a while for her to do too much else. She can't really cast silences anymore. Spellbreaker is almost dead, and I'm not sure how effective he's going to be later on. Bears are still low health. Dark Ranger is Storm Bolted. Is she going to get bursted down? However, it doesn't look like it. Panda doesn't have the Pressure Staff, so it's a little risky for the Dark Ranger to stick around. And Infi, surprisingly enough, is able to keep this siege going on for a little longer. Bears are still problematic, but we do have enough Spellbreakers for Infi to deal with them, I think. Panda, once again, just being a nuisance, able to pick up a Priest, but the main threat, those mortar teams, are still alive. So yeah, TH is just continuously being pressured, not letting up, not even giving him a chance to heal up with those moon walls there. And then the Charm goes down for those Spellbreakers, and yeah, I mean, it's just very back and forth right now. Like, TH is able to last a little while longer while his reinforcements come, and yeah, Infi just waits for his own reinforcements and just turns it around again. Oh, very nice cancellation there on that Stormbolt with that anti-magic potion. Yeah, that was actually very good hero control there from TH. Something that it's very hard to do, honestly, especially at that close range. And I don't know about the lag, but yeah, there might have been some lag there, but yeah, very nice in actually doing that. The siege is still going on. Supply is 50 versus 44. TH is down, and the Ancient of Wonders will once again be destroyed there. We do have a single Ancient of Wind, but I don't think it's actually done anything so far this game. TH has like so much resources available, but he's just not able to do anything about it. I think his Dark Ranger is once again gonna go for a Charm there and actually get some mortar teams. So I guess if you can't kill it, you might as well make it join you. So that is going to be the case. That's a very easy way of actually just dealing with those mortar teams. Forcing your opponent to just kill them themselves is actually pretty nice. And now though, I called him though again, TH has reduced the mortar team's count down to 1. So that's actually pretty impressive. With one spellcast, he was able to turn 4 into 1, and this should give TH some pressure, hopefully, or some reprieve to just mass up again and yeah, just continue on fighting. Silence gonna be cast. I don't think it hit anyone. Oh, it did hit the Archmage. But here we go with the Panda. He's gonna go right after that Mountain King. Mountain King has no form of recovery and no way to actually save himself, so he is going to fall at level 4. And yeah, TH able to actually push this away now. With the Mountain King gone, the Archmage can't really do too much to deal with the Panda himself. And the Panda is very close to level 6, which is, you know, a very important power point for TH to deal with. Dark Ranger also is going to hit level 7. That is going to be level 3 silence, so even longer silence for the Dark Ranger. And yeah, like I said, without the Mountain King, Infi really can't stand his ground, and he will have to wait, recoup, try and get that Mountain King back alive and kicking again. I am actually surprised he hasn't gone for Castle Tech.
The town is under siege.
Because I was expecting a Paladin might have been helpful in keeping the siege going, but that is not the case. Uh, so this amount of time for TH to just gather his army again might be crucial, because it's not easy for Infi to resume his siege without that Mountain King, and his Mountain King is still 30 seconds away from revive.
A player's forces
Archmage is at level 6. I actually have no idea if he got mass teleport. So level 2 Brilliance Aura probably means that he got that mass teleport available for him. So if he needs to, he will be able to get out of there. It's a little risky considering that the Dark Ranger can just cancel, I believe. So there is that. Another good uses of the charm there, just reducing the spellbreaker count once again for Infi.
A player's forces are under attack.
A huge number of Dryads, honestly, for TH. His bear count has decreased a little bit, and here we go with the Panda hitting 6. Is going to go for the Storm, Earth, and Fire to just take down the remaining towers and Arcane Bolt left over by Infi's siege. Mountain King is out, but he is a little late for that one, honestly, and yeah, he will have to wait for another opportunity to go for it. In terms of upgrades, the Spellbreakers are 0-0, the Mortar Teams are 1-0, however. Dryads and Bears are 0-0, so no upgrades for TH, but little bit of upgrades for Infi there. And TH is just going to toss over his Earth and Fire to deal a little bit of pressure before they go back to the Panda form, and yeah, went back to the Earth form actually. So, oh, a little risky there, a little risky from TH. I actually don't know if it's random or not, but yeah, oh well. And there we go with the mass teleport there, being cancelled with the silence from the Dark Ranger. He does have the TP staff if he wants to use it, but it seems like he's just going to run it off. But here comes the Panda, he can't slow with the Drunken Haze. He is just going to be blocking instead, and is going to force the TP Scroll instead of the TP Staff, I believe. I don't know if the TP Staff... Okay, the TP Staff was not on cooldown, but I think he was just fearing the damage he would take from that channeling time. So 75 versus 70 here. Infi does have the 75. He does scout out with those flares from the Mortar Teams. He needs to be really careful sending just one Spellbreaker, because he could just easily get charmed by the Dark Ranger there. And here we go with the Fairy Dragon, able to set up that mana flare there, and is going to punish those priests and sorceresses from doing any further spellcast. Underclap, just dealing a little bit of slow on that bear there. Panda is being a menace against those Mortar Teams. I don't exactly know what the Dark Ranger is doing herself, but this doesn't look good for Infi. In fact, he's going to lose all of his Mortar Teams, and no one's defending these Mortar Teams, honestly. Backline the Spellbreakers, the priests just not be able to fend off against those Dryads and Bears there. Stormbolt onto the Panda, but he is going to get preserved back home. I don't think the ultimate cooldown is available just yet, but it should be down fairly soon. Once the Panda comes back, he will be able to wreak havoc once again. Here we go with the Drunken Fire into all those peasants, but of course peasants are just peasants. Supply is down 46 for TH and 50 for Infi. Towers are being placed down, but this is really just desperate at this point. Yeah, Breath of Fire just going to finish off the job there, and Storm, Earth, and Fire once again is going to be activated. Mortar Teams getting charmed over to the other side. Cyclones onto the Mountain King here, and this will most likely be a pickoff, but TP's, the mass teleport was channeled by Infi, so is able to retreat with most of his units. And yeah, that was very devastating on Infi's part here. Despite having the slight advantage in terms of numbers, he really just can't deal with multiple threats from TH. Storm, Earth, and Fire still very problematic. Cyclone from Storm is basically just a dot. Mountain King is below half. needs to be extremely careful here. No health pots whatsoever. Stormbolt into the Panda, but Preservation once again is going to save them. Level 8 onto the Dark Ranger here. And yeah, this is not looking good for Infi. He is now down in supply, 53 versus 41 here. Will we see another charm being casted? I have no idea, but actually no, we will not, because the Dark Ranger is out of mana. Spellbreakers, still a decent amount, but we still have these bears alive. They should be able to match their own against these Spellbreakers. And yeah, GG from Infi. That is going to be this game of the NGL, and that is going to be NostalgiaCraft. So hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys again hopefully soon. I do apologize, I have just been very busy working every weekday, but yeah, take care.